Yeah, hi, good evening. Welcoming you inside the session. If you can hear loud, then please type LC in the chat box and then let's begin on. Thank you so much. I'll just a minute, of, right? Technical issue, right? Just give me a moment and we'll give me a moment. I hope you can hear me loud and clear. Yes, let me know. And there was a technical, and that's the reason I'm today. Thank you so much for patience and thank you so much for listening, waiting for me. So thank you so much. If you are excited today, the EX for excited in the chat box, quickly let me know how your experience so far. You know, here's an city here. I have arranged the things for the. So let's begin up. Right, so much for the. It's okay. You people will me in just a couple of sec if you're not me as just give me a moment. Others. Begin. Can hear me loud and clear, then please type LC properly now. Do let me know and let's begin on the session. Today's session is going to be extremely. We all almost late by 5 minutes. So let's begin on quickly and we go. Give me a moment. Let me just share my screen with all of you and then we can move on. Perfect. So and quick rules and regulations. Hope you all remember that. Let me. That's my job, right? Here are the rules and regulations. Make sure your videos are on. Your mics will be off so that you can hear me loud and clear without any sort of distractions. You'll not be able to see what others are writing and typing inside the chat box. Sunny Verma, please do not do that, right? Let me show the creativity, right? Let me show the creativity on the screen. Okay. Okay. And please do not try to write the code with me. Your whole focus should be to understand the concept and take notes. Okay. That is where your whole focus should be, to understand the concepts and take notes. Is that clear to everyone? If that's clear, type C in the chat box. Right? Let's jump on to the coding part. And I know the question that you all have from day one, Ashish, how to do this, how to do that, how to exactly bring the content side by side. That is exactly what we are going to do and cover in the session today. So let's just get started with that. and let's see how it goes. So let me share my screen, the complete screen actually, and then we all can go ahead. It's so much of rain over here, and that's the this tech issue today. There's no electricity, there's hard issues, but still we have figured this out anyhow. So let's get started with this. Just give me a quick confirmation if you can hear me loud and clear, if you can see my screen properly, if you can see me properly, type SG systems good, and then let's jump on to the coding part. If everything is fine, type SG systems good in the chat box. Perfect. As usual, we'll go on VS Code. And inside VS Code, what we will be doing is we'll go on here, we'll go on this. Let's open a new folder today. And inside this, I'll create a new folder. I'll name it as CSS day 3. And here we are. We need two files as usual. One will be my HTML file, and the second one is going to be a CSS file. So I'll name it as style.css. These are the two files that we have over here. This is my basic HTML boilerplate, linking the CSS file, and we are good to get started. So no. From day one, what was the question? The question was, Ashish, how can I bring the content side by side? Yes or no? That was the question from day one, correct? How to bring my content side by side, right? That was the question. And now let's see how to actually achieve it. It's pretty easy and simple. If I go here in my CSS file, and if I say that um, we need to get flexbox for that, but let's revise a few things. What we have did in the last sessions, or we can just copy paste that as well. So if we go here, and if we get the source code of the yesterday's class, which is this, how to CSS, and it was CSS day 2. I will just copy this, the cards that were side by side basically. Let's say I have got these two cards, right? I'll just copy that to save some sort of time. We do not need this banner, so we will remove this. And we need some CSS as well. So we'll go on top, and we need the CSS card and card image. That is it. Very simple box model thing, no rocket science so far. Yes or no? Yes or no? Now, if I go live to see the output, this is what we have created yesterday. Yes? For these deeply. So this is, I can completely relate and understand, no problem. So this is what we have. Now the question was from day one, Ashish, how to bring this content side by side. That was the question, right? Now, before I tell you that, I have a question. Okay. Our neighbors are very good at giving the advices, right? Our neighbors love giving us the advices. But do you ever follow the advice of your neighbors? Do you ever do that? That your neighbors give the advice and you follow that seriously? Do you ever do that in the chat box, please? Do you ever follow that? No, right? But on the very same hand, if our parents ask something, if our parents ask us a question, or if our parents give us a suggestion, we literally yes or no? Yes or no? Yes. In a very same way. If you see this here, can I say that these are the two cards that I have over here? Can I say that these are the two cards that we have? Or the two children that we have, let's say the children 1 and children 2. So can I say that I need a parent which can actually control the behavior of these children? Can I say that? Yes or no? I need a parent. I need a parent which can control the behavior of them, right? So before we do that, we do not need this margin. I'll remove this margin property. So this is how it looks by default. Okay. I'll go on top and I'll create a class called flexbox. You can name it whatever you want, but because we're talking about flexbox, so I'm naming it flexbox. You can name it literally whatever you want. Okay. And inside this, I'm just going to put these two food items. Okay, like this. Okay. Nothing changes by default, right? It is as it is. But here's the thing. Since you have got this flex box, take this, go to the CSS and simply say that when I have this flex box, display is flex. Okay, that much only. Yes. I have to just say display flex. Yes. Nothing else. No. Okay. Now what? If you see the output, just by adding one simple property, you have the content side by side. Is that easy? Yes. Okay. So I want to bring something side by side, I have to make a parent element. And in that parent element, I will define display flex. And whatever elements will be inside that, that will automatically come side by side. Is that what you're saying, Ashish? Exactly. Okay. But these two cards are very close to each other, right? And if I need some gap between these two cards, Ashish, then what? If I need the gap between these two cards, then what? Very easy and simple. You have a property called gap. And you can say that the gap is 10 pixels, or let's say the gap is 20 pixels, whatever you want. And if you see this now, you have got a decent gap between two elements. Are you getting my point? Are you getting my point? Yes or no? It's that easy and simple. Okay? Yes or no? Got it, Ashish. This is cool. I do understand this. Okay. So what we have, whenever I have two elements, three elements, and I want to put the gap between them, then we can use this gap property. Now, tons of you will have the question at Ashish, we can use margin also. So why we cannot use margin? How many of you have that question? If you have that question, type me in the chat box. Not now, Shreyansh. If you have the very same question, why not margin over here, then type me in the chat box. If you have that question, then please type me in the chat box. Okay. I do understand that. Hmm. Hmm. So now, so now, see, if you will apply margin, see, if you will apply margin, what will happen? First of all, you have to apply the margin in the card element. So if you apply here, let's say the margin is, let's say 40 pixels. So see what is going to happen. You will get 40 pixels on all four sides. Yes or no? And you will get 40 pixels on all four sides here also. Yes or no? Yes. Now, what is the challenging thing in this? I need only the gap between the elements. So you can say that, Ashish, I'm super smart. I will say I need margin left. I need margin left and I need margin right. I can define that also. But tell me, in that case, you have to manually do it. You have to say that, okay, when I am on card one, then I need margin left. When I am on card two, then margin right. If I have third card also, I have to manually choose that card and say that that is a bit tricky part and a bit, long way. Yes or no? It's exactly like you want to go from point A to point B, and this is a national highway, but you are saying that no, no, no. I will go through this jungle route. I will track hills, then I'll swim the river, and then I will reach it. You can do that, but you know that what is an easier way of doing it. Did you got my point? If you got my point, type G for got it in the chat box. If you got my point, type G in the chat box. Yes, thank you so much, Lalit, Naveen, Shivani, Shraddha, Mohit, Kartikeyan, Prakash, Kirtana, Realme, Ritik, Irfan. We'll talk about everything. We'll talk about it. Okay. So no. We not need margin anymore. I'll remove this margin property. Okay. And after removing this margin property, what else I'll be doing is all these things are sorted. But Ashish, I want to bring this content in the center of my page. Yes or no? I want to bring these two elements now in the center of my page. Is that possible? And if yes, then how? See, if you want to bring this in the center of the page, this is your flex box. I'll simply say a property called justify content. Matlab, justy team, please remove Vishnu. Vishnu. Just a moment, guys. Team, please remove Vishnu. All right. ठीक है, चलो. So, justify content. What is justify content? Justify content means that I want to move my elements in the x-axis, in the horizontal direction. Yes or no? If I want to move my elements in the horizontal direction, are you getting me point? If I want to move it in the horizontal direction, then I will use this property, which is the justify content. Are you getting me point? I will use this property called justify content. Kaise? See, when I say justify content start, that is a default property. And if you see this, nothing is happening. It is in the start position. And instead of start, if I go here and if I say this is the end, it will go on the right hand side, which we do not want. For what we want for now, we want to be the center, right? And we want this to be in the center of the page. What we can do over here is, see, we can just go here and we can say that I want this to be in the center. And once I say center, this is where you get your content. You get the content in the center of the page. Is that easy and simple? If that's easy and simple, then type ES in the chat box. If that's easy and simple, then please type ES in the chat box. Yes? All right. All right. All right. Okay. So we understood these things, right? What is the justify content? Justify content used to vertically move the elements. Yes or no? Are you getting me? Justify content is used to vertically move elements. Is that clear? It is used to vertically move the elements, right? Okay. Now what? The next thing is, how many of you feel creating a responsive design is the most challenging thing? Horizontally, yes. Justify content is used for the horizontal movement. How many of you feel creating a responsive design is the most challenging thing? Yes. If you feel that, type me in the chat box. What if I say you can make this design responsive in less than a minute? What if I say you can make this design responsive in less than a minute? Does that sound good? Does that sound good? Yes. All right. Let me show you how to do this. In less than a minute, you can make this design responsive. What is a responsive design? What is a responsive design? Anything that adjusts according to the size of the screen is a responsive design, yes or no? Anything that adjusts accordingly to the size of the screen, that is a responsive design. For example, if I say this, right now my content is adjusting, which is cool. But if I go very small like this on a mobile screen, now this is not looking good at all, yes or no? This is not looking good. What I want when I'm on a small screen, in that case, my content should be one on top and one on bottom, right? And as I come back on a bigger screen, it should automatically come side by side. Yes or no? That is how it should happen. No, that is exactly how it should happen, right? Now let's see how to get it done. It's pretty easy and simple. Let's just see how to get it done. See, you can come here and you can simply say that there is a property called flex wrap of wrap. And let me show you the magic. This is the biggest screen, small screen, big screen, small screen. And even if you go smaller, it is adjusting properly. Can you see this? If this is cool, type C in the chat box. How much effort it took? If this is cool, type C in the chat box. Now, wait. You might be feeling, Ashish, it might be easy to put two elements side by side and then make it responsive. But what if I have three elements, four elements, or five elements, or even n number of elements, and then I want to make something responsive? Then how it will happen? How many of you have that question? If you have that question, I mean a chat box. If you have that question, I mean a chat box. If you're thinking the very same thing, type me in the chat box. I know that you were having a question. No problem. Let's see something. I'll go back to the HTML file and I'll again take the remaining two cards, right? So these are the remaining two cards that also we would have. I'm not going to write any CSS anymore. And if you see the output, we have got these four cards, right? Let me just say that the gap between these elements should be just 10 pixels by now. And let me also say that the width is going to be 250. That is also okay. So if you see this now, this is how it looks. And let me show you. Have I defined anywhere that two elements should be on top and two elements should be on bottom? Have I done that? No. Have I done anywhere that if I go so small, then I should have all four elements side by side? And if I go on a bigger screen, see this is how it's okay. So now n number of elements you put inside it will be responsive. N number of elements you put in will be responsive. If that is easy, type ES in. Now, a lot of you might, Ashish, then what the hell is the use of media query? Achieve the very same result I had months, weeks, and even 3 months sometimes. If that's the case, type yes in the chat box. If that's the case, then please type yes in the box. We'll talk about media queries live tomorrow exactly at 8 p.m., right? Tomorrow we'll talk about media queries. Tomorrow we will be talking about create animations in less than a minute. We'll talk all of that tomorrow. No, media query is not a rocket science, right? You will be able to learn media, and I on that you will never ever struggle with media query in your whole life. I can guarantee you on that. Okay. The only thing you have to do is you have to just attend the session live tomorrow. Okay. Okay. Is it clear so far? Right. So what we understood, anything that I want to bring side by side, what is that? Flexbox. Now, let me show you some of the use cases quickly. One use case you have already seen. Let me show you some other use cases as well. For example, we have been watching the website of Unsplash for a very long period of time from day one. Now, if I ask you a question, can I say that these images are side by side? What is that? Xbox? Can I say that? Bahut badhiya. If you see the content on top of this image, what is that? That is positions, something that we learned yesterday. But if you see this, image is on one side and the content is on the other side. What is that? That is box, right? So you have an absolute element, but that absolute element is flex also. And because of that, you are getting the image on one side and the content on the other side. Are you getting my point? बहुत बढ़िया. Let me show you a few more examples. For example, if you go on the Zomato now, right? And if you see this, can I say that these are the examples of Flexbox? Yes. Yes. Can I see that if you see there are two input fields, one is this, one is this, what is that? Flexbox. And you might be thinking, Ashish, but this you gave yesterday in the assignment. Yes, I gave yesterday this in the assignment so that you struggle to do this. And when I'm teaching Flexbox today, you get a much better idea how this could be achieved. Have you seen this kind of designs a lot? Where you have the image on one side and you have got the content on the other side. Have you seen this kind of designs a lot? What is this? This is also an example of Flexbox. What is this? This is also an example of Flexbox. Yes or no? You have the content on one side and the image on the other side. You can just rechange that, and it works perfectly fine in the very same way. Are you getting my point? Yes. If you are getting my point, yes in the chat box. Hmm? Okay. All right. Not just that, for you, few more things. See, if I go here, if I say you can create a whole social media page just with the help of Flexbox, can you believe me? If you can believe me, type yes in the chat box. And if you feel that actually this is not possible, type no in the chat box. If you feel this is possible, type yes. And if you feel actually this is possible, type no in the chat box. No problem. Let me show you something which will blow your mind. Let me quickly show you something. Just allow me a moment. Mhm. Where is right, right. Okay, now it came. I'm showing you something. Just a sec. Hmm. Just see this. If this is looking good, type LG in the chat box. If this is looking good to you, then please type G inside the chat box. If this is looking good, type LG in the chat box. See this. And you know what? This is nothing but just the complex box and box model. What is this? This is nothing but just the combination of flex box and box model. Let me show you that. Let me quickly show you that. See, if you see this, can I say that this is nothing but just the flex box, which is side by side? Yes or no? What is this? These are just the content which is side by side. Yes. Flex box. Okay. If you see this navigation bar, give me a moment. If you see this navigation bar, this is also the flex box content is side by side. Yes. Not just that. If you even go here on bottom, if you observe, if you observe, can I say that the feed is on one side and the content is on the other side? What is that? That is also a flex box. What is this? This is also a flex box. Again on the other side. And what is this? A box model. Inside this, you have got the icons on one side, like side by side. What is that? Flex box. If you see this section, what is this? You have got the image on one side and content on the other side. What is that? A flex box. Not just that. Not just that. If you see this section, what is this? These buttons are again side by side. What is that? That is all flex box. Now, honestly, tell me one thing. Have you ever thought of that all of this could be done just with the combination of flexbox and box model? Have you ever thought of that? How much could be done just with the combination of flexbox and box model? No, that's exactly what I want to tell you. That I tell you. This is the part. Yes, it is responsive, right? And do not worry, we will be making the same thing on day 5. Okay. We'll make something very similar on day 5. If this is looking cool, type C in the box. We'll make this as a major product on day 5, so do not worry about that. Let's come ahead and let's see a few more things. You see the example of Code Karo, and inside Code Karo, if you go onto the bottom and if you see this section, can I say that this is also an example of Flexbox? Can I say that this is also an example of Flexbox? Yes. Yes, that is an example of Flexbox. Not just that, if you see this section where you have the student card, what is this? This is also an example of flexbox where the image is on one side and the content is on the other side. Anything that you can think of is the combination of flexbox model and positions. We feel designs by Instagram and all of that is complex. Let me show you something. Here's an Instagram page, right? Maybe a profile of, let's say, Google, and let it load. I think it will take a couple of seconds. Yes. What is this? This is also an example of flexbox and box model. See, this is one side and this is the other side of the content, right? These content is side by side flexbox. This is on one side, remaining content is on other side. What is that? Flexbox. These stories are side by side. What is that? Flexbox, right? Not just that, not just that. If you see these images as well, these images are side by side. What is that? Flexbox. If your mind has been blown, type MB mind blown in the chat box. The mind has been blown, type MB mind blown in the chat box. Right? What I'm going to show today at the end will give you the goosebumps. I bet you on that. Let's move ahead and let's see some use cases now. We understood this one example. Let's remove this for a moment and let's try to understand a few more use cases. I'll just comment this down so far and I'll come here. I'll create a class called feed. Okay. And inside this feed, we will add an image also. Let's say that there is this. I'll copy the URL for this. So I'll say that copy image address. I have just copied an image address that I'm putting over here. And I will also put a class into this. And the class is, let's say, feed dash image. Basically, we are trying to create a replica of a social media. Okay. And if there is a feed, there will be a caption also. Let's say the caption is in 14 words. And if you see this now, this is what it looks like. Let's quickly design it first of all. So I will go here and I'll say that we have got this feed class. And inside this feed, what I want that the width is going to be 560 pixels. I'm saying that there should be a border which is 1 pixels. It is solid and it's light gray in color. I'm even saying that the padding, which is of 10 pixels, I'm saying that we have got a border radius, which is 14 pixels. I'm even saying that is sufficient, right? Let's go inside the feed image and let's say that the width is going to be 100%. Let's say that the border radius is 14 pixels. And here also we'll say that we have got the margin, which is 3 pixels. And if you see this now, this is how it looks. Easy. Now, what I want in this, I want to show on top that which user has made this post and his name and username, correct? That is what you want to show on top, or no? So let's see how to do that. Pretty easy and simple. And to get that done, what I'll be doing is I'll go here and I will create a class called profile. Inside this profile, we need an image. So I'll say image. And then I need what? I need a div where I have to put the name. Let's say the name is going to be Prakhar Sharma. And then we have got the username as well, which is again, let's say, @real Prakhar. Okay. And if you see this now, I have got this. We need an image as well. So let's go on to Unsplash. And over here, we can get an image. I already have the Unsplash open in my second screen. So I'll say that copy image address. Okay. And we will just put this image address over here. So if you see this now, we have got this image and we have got this content also. Now what I just want to just adjust it properly. So in this image, I will put a class. Let's say the class is user. I will go here. I will say that when I have this user class, then the height should be 50 pixels and the width should also be 50 pixels. So this is what you get. But the image is distorted. So to fix that, we'll say that the object fit is going to be the curve. So this is what it looks like. We want this image to be circular. Border radius is 50%. And this is what we have. Now what I want that this Prakhar Sharma and the real name should be here. Yes or no? That's what I want. And now because I want that, what I need flexbox. So what I need a parent element. Yes or no? Because parents can control the behavior of the children. So if you see this, what is the parent over here? Profile is the parent. Yes or no? Profile is the parent. And for profile, this image is one child and Prakhar is second child and real Prakhar is the third child. So we will take that class which is profile, and inside this profile, what I will say that display is flex. The moment we do that, oops, this is something we were not expecting, right? What we were expecting is this, and what we got is this. Yes or no? Why there is that difference? There is that difference because it is not a mistake. You see this properly. This profile is the parent element, correct? For this parent element, image is one child, so image came here. Name is the second child, name came here. Then username is the third child, so username came here. I have to tell my parent element that this name and username are not two children, they are one children. Then what will happen? Then this will happen. You will get the image and name and username. So how to do this, Ashish? You can just wrap your name and username inside a new div. Acha. Now, if you see the structure, can I say that profile is the parent? And for this parent, image is one child and this div is one child, yes or no? Can I say that, yes or no? And because I can say that, if you see the output now, you have got something like this. Okay? Now, what we have to do, we have to just do some basic adjustment, and that is there should be some gap between this image and this profile section. So to do that, we will go to the CSS file and we will say that in the profile, margin bottom is going to be 24 pixels. So you have got that decent spacing over here. बहुत बढ़िया. Now, what we need next is we also need the gap between this name and username. So I will say that there should be a gap also, let's say of 8 pixels. So you have got this decent gap also. Now we have got this username also. So we have created a class called username. I will take this username class. We will, and we'll say that when we have this username, then the font size is 14 pixels and the color is bit gray. If you see this now, this is how it looks. Okay. Now what I want, last thing. This name and username should be vertically aligned with respect to my image. Yes or no? That is also what you want. To be vertically aligned with my image as well. Yes or no? And now to get that done, what I want is I will go here and I will simply say that in my parent element, which is profile, align items. Align items matlab, see, align items, my bad. Yes. Align items is used to vertically move the element. I'll get my point. Align item is used to vertically move the element. Correct? Justify content for horizontal movement or for x-axis movement. Align items for vertical movement or for y-axis movement. Is that clear? Yes? Okay. Now I'll say, see, if I say justify content, then this name and username is on top. Instead of this, if I say end, it will come on the bottom. I do not want, I want this in center. So instead of end, I will say center, and now it is aligned and easy type ES in a chat box. Again, justify content for the horizontal movement and align item for the vertical movement. Thank you so much. You people are smart. ठीक है. Let me show you one more thing quickly. Let's do one more thing. Let's take one more example and you will get much more idea if you are still confused at some point of time. Okay, let's take one more example quickly. How many of you face this problem whenever you were learning Flexbox, maybe somewhere else or maybe something else? They taught you so many properties, this, that, direction, you know, distance, flex basis, this, that, and you get hell lot of confused that by there are so many properties. What I'm going to do with that? What is the purpose of those properties? And we have to forcefully learn that okay, there are hundreds of properties inside flexbox or maybe in positions or somewhere else. If you agree with me, type yes in the chat box. If you agree with me, type yes in the chat box. Let me tell you a very important secret. Listen. When you learn how to ride a bike, or whenever you learn how to ride a car or how to ride a scooty, do you learn each and every functionality? How the engine is starting, how the torque is generated, how the petrol or diesel is moving from the oil to the engine, how those things are happening. Do you ever focus on that, or you focus on the driving part? That is the problem. You do not need to know everything to get started. This is what can solve 99% of the problems. So what is the purpose of learning those 100 things that you are going to use once or twice in a year, maybe if you're having a literally complex level of project? Does that make sense to learn it? Need it, you can just go on Google, put it, and the more you practice, those things will come to your habit, by default. Are you getting my point? Are you getting my point? If you agree with me and you're getting my point, type A for agree in the chat box, and then let's move ahead. Let's take one more example. Very cool example. Yes. Okay. I'll take one example and then I'll show you something which will blow your mind. I promise. And I'll tell you a fun fact also. And by the way, as well, but I have a bonus today. And the bonus is, how many of you are a student or a working professional who want to build their career as a front end or full stack developers? If you have that, I am going to show you something at the end of the session today, which will blow your mind, something that you have never, ever seen in the past or never, ever experienced in the past. Okay? At the end of the session today. Okay. If you come up over here, and if I say that, what if I say? If I say that, let's take back the very same example. I'm going to take this example of green salad. Just one food item is what I'm taking out for now. Or let's enable all these all food items that we have. So I'm just enabling all the food items like this and like this. If you see this, we have got these food items. What I want to put an option over here. And this option, there should be an icon of bookmark over here. What I want that there should be an icon of bookmark. Yes or no? But before we do that, if you see this, the height of the image is not fixed, right? The images are of different sizes. So let's fix that first of all. So we will go here. We'll go in this class called card image. We will say that we have an height, and let's say that height is going to be 1, or let's say 240 pixels. I think that is sufficient. Yes. It became so much. Let's fix it to 200 pixels, or let's fix it to 160 pixels. Much better. And now I will also say here that the object fit is going to be covered so that the resolution of the image is properly maintained. Okay. Now, what I want to put a bookmark icon over here, right? So that if the user want, they can actually bookmark a food item. Correct? What is this? I want the content side by side. And because I need the content side by side, what I need Flexbox. Now, there are thousands of options to choose the icons. You have thousands of libraries. You have got font awesome icons. You have got hero icons. You have got tailwind icons. You have got React icons. You have got SVG8 icons. You have flat icons. You have got thousands of libraries out there that you can choose the animations from. Okay, but for now, we will be using something from Bootstrap. So we'll go and get bootstrap.com, or you can even search for Bootstrap if you're not getting it. Okay, why it is not loading? Okay, let's see if there's some sort of problem with this. Let me check my internet as well. My internet is working actually. Okay, fine. Because it was raining here, so I thought my net is not working or what. Okay, so if Bootstrap will not work, then we will get something else. But okay, let's see this. Icons.getbootstrap.com. If yeah, okay. So what we need is loading. We need this, which is Bootstrap icons. And let's say I need an icon of bookmark. Just go and search for bookmark. This is the icon I want. If I click on this, um, this is the SVG code that you have. Okay, just copy this code. And if you go to the HTML file, and on the very first option, after the Veg Supreme burger, I'm pasting it. If you see this, I can see this icon over here. Yes or no? But the icon is small, right? To increase the size of this icon, I can go here and I can say that it is the height is 20 and the width is also 20. So this is how it works. It increases, right? Now what I want this icon to be here, which is side by side. So what I need, flexbox. And because we need flexbox, I will go here and I need the parent element. I will create a class called flex. You can create the class whatever you want. And inside this, I'm putting this heading and the icon. Okay? Because heading should be on one side and the icon should be on other side. Right now, we are not working on the functionality part of it, right? We are just doing a designing part. So now what I want, I will take this flex class. And if I go to my CSS file, and if I say that when I have this flex class, then the display is, if you see this, the content came here. But this content should be on the right hand side. This icon should be on the right hand side, right? But before than that, it should be vertically aligned as well. How to do that? You can say that align items. Align items is used for vertical alignment. बहुत बढ़िया. For vertical alignment. So what will I say? I will is center. So it is vertically aligned. Now what? I need the icon on the right hand side, like right. But I do not know. See, for example, if I say gap of 20 pixels, or let's say gap of 20 pixels, I do not know, like how much gap it would be. I need it in extreme right. And it is very difficult for me to calculate how many pixels it is required. Yes or no? Yes or no? And to solve that problem, we have a very interesting thing inside justify content, and that is space between. Matlab, it just gives the space between the elements. How much space is possible? It will give the space between those elements. How easy it is. And now we can put the same thing in all the things. So I will copy this. The second option is green salad. So let's change this to green salad. Let's go to the third option and let me say something as dosa, and let's go over here. And let me say it's going to be a veg supreme pizza. If you see this now, this is how it looks. If it looks good, type LG in the chat box. Justify and if you use justify on the right hand side. If you're ready for the test, type ready in the chat box. If you're ready for the test of superpower day 3, ready in the chat box. Let's check that out. If I go here and if I'll be opening the very same website which I have been opening from day 1. Right? Now you tell me, can you see the flex box on this page? If you can see the flex box, type flex in the chat box. Now you were seeing this website lot before this 5-day session. 3 days has been passed. But whatever you are seeing, you have the idea how it is being done. In this page, that you solve on your own by combining flex box model and positions. Yes or no? Anything on this page that you are seeing right now, you can do all of that on your own just by combining three things, which is Flexbox, box model, Flexbox. Yes, but a bit different. If everything is easy on day one, Arpit, things do not work that way. If you're learning how to cycle on day one, that is the most difficult task of your life. But the more you practice, you get more idea. Practice is required. If you feel that I'm going to uh, get some sort of magical pill and tomorrow you will be able to do this in one single night, it doesn't happen. If it was that way, then I would have given it to all students. Do you all remember on day one, I made a blunt promise in front of all of you that by the end of not day five, not day four, but by the end of day three, whatever you can think of, whatever you can think of, you will be whether it is YouTube clone, whether it is Netflix, whether Airbnb, anything. Do you remember? If you remember that, chat box. If you remember that, type yes in the chat box. Yes, yes. Okay, right. Let me show you something that will blow your mind. If I think I already have the Netflix logged in. So if I go on to an incognito window and if I open Netflix, can you create this on your own? What is this? Absolute and relative. There's an image in the background, text on top of that. Button is on one side, input field is on the other side. What is that? Again, Flexbox. If you see the navigation bar, what is this? Flexbox, where the logo is on one side and then justify content to bring these two buttons on the other side. This is what it is. And if you go down, if you see this, what is this? Flexbox. Content on one side, GIF on the other side, and vice versa. Image on this side and content on this side. Again, the vice versa, content and image, image and content, right? Super easy and simple. Yes or no? If you see this now, what is this? This is a box model. And inside box model, Flexbox is used where you have got the icon on the other side again, justify content space between. Anything. That is not an animation, that's a GIF. Is there any rocket science involved to create this? Is there any rocket science involved to create this? Okay, let me show you one more example. If I go here and if I open a YouTube video, the YouTube page, can you create this on your own? Can you create this now on your own? Yes. What is that? A combination of Flexbox, box model, and positions. Right? Whatever you can see. If you go on Airbnb, right? These icons are side by side. What is that? Flexbox. These are side by side. What is that? Flexbox. On top of them, you have this icon. What is that? Absolute and relative. Yes or no? Tell me, how many of you are getting the goosebumps now? If you're getting the goosebumps, type G in the chat box. If you're getting the goosebumps, that yes, all of that is possible, and please type G for goosebumps in the. If you're getting the goosebumps, type G for goosebumps in the chat box. That shit, man, I am able to do all of this on my own. And if you're worried about animations, if you're worried about media queries, responsive designs, we'll do that tomorrow. Okay, we'll talk designs tomorrow. We'll talk about any tomorrow, and I promise you will be full animations in less than a minute tomorrow. I bet you want that, right? And media query will not be a problem at all by the end of the session tomorrow. Let's tell me honestly, how many of you feel you have made the best decision by 5 days live session? If you feel you have made a decision by joining these 5 day session, type me in the chat box. Something. Let's have a quick selfie session and you how I can help you achieve goals in the easiest possible manner. But before than that, let's selfie on a countdown of 5, 3, 2, 1, and here we go. I will be sharing the snapshot with all. Please do check it out. You'll get the assignments inside the group. Now, wait, listen. To have some share for the next 10 minutes. So be there. Let me tell you a fun fact. This is something else. Let me tell you a very interesting. Right now, in the all would be at least 3 to 5 Udemy courses. Gana say I'm seeing the chat. If you feel, if you are going to put in the chat times, you will be removed from the group. The recording people I've already answered thousands of times. The first I can right now, you would be having at least minimum 3 to 5 Udemy courses, at least 10 to 15 YouTube bookmarked. Ashish have no, haven't hacked your system, but that's a really right. Not just I can even tell you that you all would have at least 15 videos on how to be the best roadmap to be a full one. You know what? What is the most difficult thing? You start learning CSS today, you'll get to learn Bootstrap and tomorrow. You start out what is Bootstrap, what is Tailwind, someone will come and say you should focus on it. The moment you start learning JavaScript, someone will come and say you should learn React.js. And the moment you start what is React without knowing JavaScript, React.js is almost dead. You should focus on Next.js. And the JS, Bun.js, Node.js, Node.js, this, that, blah, 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 and blah. And you keep on rotating and in courses to roadmaps, feel it shit. If you can situation right now, type R relatable in the chat box. If you can relate with this right now, type for relatable in the chat box. Now, coming on to the second use case, there you who I'm motivated, I'm a very consistent person. I'll not follow multiple people. I'll just follow and I'll stick to that one single roadmap and I'll do it. And you know what next? You follow, you do it for 3 days, 5 days, 10 days, 2 weeks, and then you feel, let me just have validation. What I'm doing, is that right or wrong? And in order to validate, what you do next is you again go and search new roadmap. And once you do a search, people say something else and you figuring out should. If you agree with that, type A. Right? How many of you learn me from here? So if you want to learn with me, if your goal is to get a job, switch either from IT to IT or to IT with a salary hike, type goal in the chat. Have that goal, type G in the chat box. Yes. What I'm going to show you will literally blow your mind. Let me show you something. Just a sec. In the last 12 months, I've helped more than 117 to get jobs and internships on an average package of 6.7 lakhs, and the highest 22 lakhs and the lowest is 4.8. My students are currently working in companies like Intel, Reliance, Yo, MDUS Labs, Barclays, Zoho, Freshworks, Infosys, Accenture, Bank of America, Capgemini, um, name the company, you'll find the students of Code Guru working either as front or as full stack developers over there, right? This is what I know. Now, if to get a job or make a switch at least 120% salary hike, I can help you get guaranteed results, right? I can literally help you get guaranteed. How's that possible, Ashish? The use cases. Here's one student 2 months back, she got selected into Freshworks as a front-end developer. Before that, she was into Infosys as a support role, system engineer at 3.2 LPA. And within 3 months, she learned with me and she got into 7.5 within 3 months. And you know what the best part? She didn't even apply for the job. Her LinkedIn profile was so good. She was learning, she was sharing that on LinkedIn. She got selected, she got the call from there, she gave the interview, she got shortlisted. Whole transition happened within 3 months. Does that sound good? Okay. How many of you want to learn one-on-one with me? Not want to learn in batches, not want to learn, here and there. Just wanted to learn you and me. If you want to learn one-on-one, type O E in the chat box. You want to learn one-on-one with me, just you and me, type one in the chat box. I just take 5 people in a month one-on-one boot camps, and I'm going to give you an opportunity today to be a part for a one-on-one. It is active basis. If I feel you are the right fit, if you feel I'm the, that's a different thing. But if you join today, you will be getting the opportunity to be a part of my one-on-one intensive, which is only for 5 people in a month. And those 5 people will be learning one-on-one with me, right? And they'll be in direct touch with me. They'll have my contact number and they'll have my details and they can call me on 5x7. So a lot of things happen. Evin Joy, second student, mechanical engineering student, 2020 pass out, not able to get a job because of COVID from mechanical engineering. He wasted 2 years rotating and revolving between courses, tutorials, and roadmaps. Came back to me in 2022 saying, Ashish, I want to build my career in IT. I love web dev, but I'm not able to get a defined path. And now I have year gaps. I'm from non-IT background. Can I get the job? And you know what? Within 4 months, he learned front end with me and he got job in Zoho on a package of 8.5 LPA. Let me tell you one thing very clear. Your background does not matter. Your year gaps does not matter. What matters is the skill set. If you have this skill set, getting a job is not the big deal. The big deal is to have the skill set. The problem is people do not have the right skill set and they keep on putting effort to get the job and they feel I'm not getting shortlisted, I'm not getting the interview calls, I'm not able to crack interviews. The overall reason behind that is you do not have the right skill set for that. If you agree with me on that and you feel this is absolutely true, to the point stuff, type T in the chat box. If you really feel that's exactly what it is, type T for 2 in the chat box. Right? Here's one more student, Prince Nandu Thakur, spended 1.5 lakh rupees somewhere in a job guarantee program. I'll not name the company, and spended 1 year over there, and he was not able to get even a single job. And he said, Ashish, these online courses are scams. Nothing works. Even a job guarantee program was not able to give me a job because it's all about skill set, as I said. And somehow he was able to trust me. And within 4 months, he got shortlisted in Tata Class Edge as a front-end developer on a package of 7.5 LPA as a fresher. Right? There's tons of use cases. The only thing is that you just need the skill set to achieve these results. Rest everything is secondary. And skill set comes under the focused implementation under the guidance of a mentor. If you don't have a mentor, you'll keep on rotating and revolving between the courses and tutorials and roadmaps. Yes? And what we'll be covering inside this. So if you come inside, I'll be teaching you things from scratch, starting from HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Tailwind, Git and GitHub, React.js, everything that you need to know to be a front-end developer in depth from absolute scratch, even if you're from non-IT, even if you're an absolute beginner, taking to the most advanced level what you need to know. What we'll be building? We'll be building our own personal portfolio website. We'll be building an Instagram clone. We'll be building a Hotstar clone using IMDb API and JavaScript. We'll also be building a product suggestion app using local storage and JavaScript like Amazon and Flipkart and Myntra does. We'll also be building an exam allocation center, understanding the complex logics of JavaScript. We'll also be building a meeting app using React and Firebase. And we'll also be building the modern React websites using React and Frame Emotions. Now, the goal is not to make these pages or not to make these projects. I want to again do a promise with you today. And the promise is you will be able to create, build, and do whatever you want to do on your own. That's the goal, right? So whatever you want to do, you will be able to do on your own without taking any help from Google or ChatGPT or anything else. That sounds good? Type SG in the chat box, right? That will be the goal by the end of this bootcamp. Yes? All right. And if you're ready to be a part of this right now, let me tell you how it exactly works. It works in this way. Phase 1 is the onboarding phase, which will be happening on 3rd of August as the bootcamp is starting on 3rd of August. Week 0 to week 5, we'll be learning the foundations with me. We'll be learning the basics of HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and Tailwind by building projects. And week 5 to week 8, we'll be learning how React.js work, how the production grade React.js applications work, how to create industry standard projects using React.js. And I'll help you to build your resume and LinkedIn, and you can start applying for jobs by the end of week 8 and week 9. If that sounds amazing and you want to be a part of it, and if you want to handhold me today, right? It's starting on 3rd of August. And if you're ready to kickstart your journey with me, type ready in the chat box. If you want to be a part of this today, type ready in the chat. If you want to be a part of this, type ready in the chat box. How you can be a part of this right. All right. I'll take your questions as well. Do not worry for that. Does CGPA matters? No, CGPA does not matter. CGPA matters in college, not for your job. Okay? Listen. I know you are worried about the pricings right now because you would have seen tons of pricing people selling the courses for 1 lakh, 2 lakh, 3 lakh rupees, even for 80,000, 90,000, 70,000, 50,000 rupees. But I have made it something very affordable, something that you cannot believe. If you're worried about the pricing, type P in the chat box. P for pricing. Type P for pricing in the chat box. Let me show you something. If you decide to be a part of the cohort right now, the pricing of the cohort is 29,999, and you can be a part of this right now. But we all love discounts. Shiva says, it sounds good, but I want both front end and back end. Shiva, you will get the option to join back end once the front end is completed, right? You cannot actually jump on back end. You should learn front end and then should go for back end. So you will get the option to learn back end with me as well. How many of you need discounts? If you're looking for some discounts, type D in the chat box. D for discount. Also, let me know how much discount you are expecting. 10, 30, 40%. Let me know in the chat box. Now, see, please not say 90%, 100%. That wouldn't be possible. Be realistic with not 80%, 90%, 100% doesn't work. Be realistic with the numbers, okay? So if you decide to be a part of this course right now, you can get this course not on discount of 10, 20, or 30%, not even on 40%. But if you decide to be a part of this course now, you can join today at a one-time price of 14,999. If that is amazing and you want to join now, type J for joining in the chat box. If you want to join now, J for joining in the chat box. Waiting for this. Ashish, if you would have given me some more discount, I literally have been a part of this course. How many of you feel, Ashish, if you would have given me some more discount, literally, I would have been a part of this course right now? If you feel that, then type me. Yes, all right. So for the next 15 minutes, as this is the last I'm doing for this bootcamp of 3rd of August, for the next 15 minutes, you have a very special offer where you can join this complete cohort at a one-time price of not 29,999, not even at 14,999, but for the next 15 minutes, you can join the cohort at a one-time price of 4,999. If that's amazing, type A in the chat box. I'll drop the and you can enroll for the cohort. Type A in the chat box. It's a one-time offer valid for the next 15 minutes. I'll drop the link, and once you make the payment of 4,999, you will get a chance to book a one-on-one discovery call with me if you want to join one-on-one intensive. And if I feel you are the right fit, if you feel I'm the right fit, we can move ahead with the one-on-one intensive as well. For working professionals, this intensive is. So here's a link, and it's a one-time offer valid for the next 15 minutes. So the link has been, click on the link, register for the cohort. Once the are received, I will be announcing your name. Anyone has any other queries or questions? The total price is 4,999 for the cohort, which will be batch based starting on 3rd of August. And after that, you will to book a one-on-one call with me if you want to join one-on-one, which is again on the only on the application base. The link has been dropped. Click on register for the cohort. Once your payments are received, I will be announcing your name. You can join for the next 15 minutes at the one-time price of 4,999, 12 weeks. The duration of the course will be 12 weeks. 8 weeks. I'm so sorry. 8 to 9 weeks starting on 3rd of August. Right? The link has been dropped. I'll announce that later, Anshika. Have some patience. Once your registrations are done, once your payments are received, I will be announcing your name. If anyone has any queries and questions, wait. Wait. All the students can apply not for one-on-one Manas. They can apply for the cohort. They can join the cohort starting on 3rd of August. Let me start the timer as well. So on. Let me share the screen as well, so you can keep an eye on the timers. Once payments are received, I will be announcing your name. I'll open the chat box in a minute. So if you have any sort of questions, you can ask your questions, and I'll be more than happy to answer all your doubts and questions. Let me quickly start announcing the name of the people whose payments are received. So just a sec. Kartika, congratulations, your payment has been received. Rakesh Kumar, congratulations, your payment has been received. Abhishek Kumar, congratulations, your payment has been received. Prashant, congratulations, your payment has been received. Waiting for others. And now the group, the chat box is open. So if anyone has any sort of queries and questions, please do let me know inside the chat box. College students can apply. What is the tech stack will be available? For front end, we'll be learning HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and React.js. Let me say the timer of 30 minutes from Google so that there's no. Okay. The time is ticking, so be quick. If you have any sort of questions, let me know in the chat box, and make sure you put your question just once. Timing of the course, 8 to 9 weeks. I'm in a 9th class student. Do not be a part of this, Tanish. This is not for you. Tushar says, please tell on the nav bar how aligning is happening on different element. Flexbox. It is just Flexbox. We'll do it on day 5. Okay? The duration will be 8 weeks, Shreya. The time frame will be 8 weeks. The time frame is going to be 8 weeks. Priya, congratulations, your payment has been received. Abhishek Jha, congratulations, your payment has been received. There are 2 payments, one of Abhishek Jha and one of Abhishek Kumar.
Congratulations, your payment has been received. Waiting for others. Last 11 minutes are remaining. Does degree matter to get a job? Honestly, no. Prajwal, congratulations, your payment has been received. I am a BCS student. Can I join? Absolutely. Nishchan Shetty, you can be a part of this cohort. Uh, no, Tanishq, not for you. Timings will be 8 p.m. Can I get the recorded classes? Yes, Ayush, you will get the recordings as well. What about the placement support? I'll help you to build your resume and I'll help you to build your LinkedIn profile, Yogesh. For each day, how many hours? 1 hour is sufficient for every day. Will it be beneficial for the students? If you are in graduation, it will be beneficial for you. What's your question, Tanishka? Jyotsna says, what is the difference between grid and flex? Both are different approaches to create the layouts, Jyotsna. Degree graduated students may apply. Absolutely, Likita, they can apply. Ankit says, I'm getting into college this year, done with HTML, CSS, Git, and Bootstrap. Please guide me further. Learn React JS in that case, Ankit. Prajwal, congratulations, your payment has been received. Ramya, congratulations, your payment has been received. Shubham Kumar, congratulations, your payment has been received. Rithul, congratulations, your payment has been received. If there's anyone whose payments are done and I have yet not announced the names, then please do let me know in the chat box. You will be, unless this is not for you, we'll be choosing 5 people for one-on-one. What about post-graduation? Tanushri, anyone, if your goal is to get a job, or if your goal is to get an internship, or if your goal is to be a front-end developer, this is the course for you. I only said the students, the school students should not be a part of this. Okay? Will there be a certificate for the completion of the programming language? Yes, Priyanka, you will get the certificate as well. And all the students who are enrolling for the course, do make sure that you are booking your one-on-one calls with me if you want to join the one-on-one intensive as well. Let me just announce the name of the people who have booked the one-on-one calls. If you've booked the one-on-one calls, type B in the chat box. If you have booked the one-on-one calls, then please type B for booked in the chat box. Rakesh, you have booked the one-on-one call, waiting for others. No, Prashant, you haven't booked the one-on-one call with me as of now. If I didn't get selected in one-on-one, then what will happen? Nothing will happen because you will be able to be a part of this cohort 5 days. Like you'll be able to be part of this cohort that is starting on 3rd of August. I will be taking the classes, Vinayak. Why someone else will take the why someone else will take the classes? Last 8 minutes are remaining. Let me announce the name of the students whose payments are done. So Shubham Kumar Sondhya, congratulations, your payment has been received. Naveen Rai, congratulations, your payment has been received. Tamasa Kanishka, your payment has been received. Ashwarya, your payment has been received. Pradanya, your payment has been received. If there's anyone who has made the payment and I have yet not announced the names, and please do let me know in the chat box. No, Ritika, I'm so sorry. All right. If anyone has any other queries or questions, then please do let me know. Rakesh, you have booked the one-on-one call. Prashant, you have booked your one-on-one call with me. Waiting for others. If anyone has any other queries or questions, then please do let me know. Where will it start? You will get all the information a day before the cohort starts, everything will be happening on the website of Fort Karo. You will get the information of that. Do not believe in that. Last 6 minutes are remaining, so please be quick. If anyone has any other queries or questions, then please do let me know inside the chat box. Prajwal, once you complete the front end part, you will get the option to join the back end as well. As of now, you should focus on your studies till class 12th, Tanish, right? Once you have happily enrolled, type HE happily enrolled in the chat box. If there's anyone whose name is yet not announced, then please do let me know in the chat box. If I have yet not announced a name, then please let me know. If you have any other queries and questions, then please let me know. Congratulations, Raju, for joining the cohort. Is there any assignment today? Yes, Tanish, you will get the assignment inside the WhatsApp group as usual. Waiting for others. You don't get this offer, right? Currently working as a .NET developer, what is the best for me? A one-on-one intensive. If you're looking for a salary hike or you're looking for the career growth, a one-on-one intensive is good for you, Sergeant Vash. Last 4 minutes are remaining. Let me once again announce the name of the people whose payments are received. If anyone has any other Bhanupriya, congratulations, your payment has been received. Object fit ensures the resolution of the image is maintained, right? For example, if you define a fixed height and width, let's say 100 pixels and 100 pixels, in that case, if the image is distorted due to any reason, Anshika, object fit ensures that, the content is adjusted properly. All right. Sure, Krishna. How many of you feel, Ashish, I need more time? I want to be a part of this, but I need more time, maybe 5 more minutes or 10 more minutes. If you need more time, type MT more time in the chat box and also let me know how much time you are looking for. If you're looking for more time, then please let me know how much time you are looking for. Let me know how much time you need. No, this offer is not valid tomorrow. It's only valid till the timer hits 0. 10 minutes. Fine, fine. Waiting for those. Harshal says link. Harshal, I just dropped the link once again. I have dropped the links once again, Harshal. If anyone has any queries or questions, then please do let me know inside the chat box. Last few minutes are remaining. Last 2.5 minutes are remaining. PCL, is there recorded classes available? Yes, you will get the recorded classes as well, Ayush. you will be getting the recorded classes as well. Will able to create React.js. Whatever you can think of inside React.js, you will be able to create everything on your own, Tanushri. Everything that you can think of, you will be able to create on your own. How sure is it about the placements? Ritul, let me make one thing very clear. I cannot guarantee the placements. What I can guarantee is the skill set, right? And it means that if you have, you need the skill set to get a job, right? No one in this world can guarantee that, you will get a job guarantee. People just take a hell lot of money by the name of job guarantee program, and at the end it's all about your skill set. If you have the skills, you get the job, it's their credit, and if you do not get the job because you don't have the skill set, it is your fault. That is how things work, right? So this course or any course does not guarantee a job guarantee, right? It has tons of terms and conditions that you will come through. If you go and pay 1 lakh 2 lakh rupees somewhere, you will you will come to know that at the end. Okay, so that is how it works. Last few seconds are remaining. If there's anyone who's still doing the payments, yes, Ritika, you can do that. The time is off. I'm here for 3 5 more minutes. Anyone have any sort of questions left? Any sort of questions? Let me quickly announce the name of all the payments are done. Mana is what if we use in 0 pixels and auto in place? If that would have possible, I would have used justified content for something. Your video is not on. Your video is not on, right? The second thing is, instead of me asking what happened to do this, if you go on VS Code and do that, that more clarity rather than spoon feeding or meatling it. How what will happen if I do this? What will happen if I do that? If you go and do that in VS Code and see that, you will get a much better understanding. Strategies. Auto does not work in justify content. Okay, that's different stuff. दूसरी चीज, you say that can you those are input, दो input fields हैं side by side the help of flexbox. कुछ नहीं है उसके अलावा उसमें. Vinayak says, can you please confirm done the payment in Vinayak? I will confirm your payment, do not worry. So Vinayak, congratulations, you're done with mail ID, which is 123@gmail.com. Is that correct? Vinayak? Tailwind what? Will also be covered in Utkarsh. Habib says us to do the clone of any website. Absolutely, Habib, you can clone whatever you want just by using Flexbox, box model, and positions itself. Sai Minga, can you confirm my payment? Just a second, Sai. Sai Minga, mail is sai12@gmail.com. Your payment has been received. If you do not know what a tailwind problem, that is inside the cohort. Bhanu received Bhanu Priya. Sergeant Rowe, I'm a second, Sergeant, let's check. No, Sergeant, I cannot see as of Ayush Patra. Isha Ashwin ko payment has been. Um, Sergeant Dosh, can you drop a mail ID so I can better? But as now, I cannot see your payment. Can you also drop the payment snapshot, Josh? Because I cannot. Akash, run PC. Just a moment. Mail ID, Akash. I have no. I have received your payment, Akash. Tanushri. Just a Tanushri. I think that. Wait. Let me just refresh my page. I think Tanushri, your payment has been received. Congratulations. Payment is done. Aksa, your payment is done. Vinayak, Sai, Bhanupriya, Tanya, Tanishka, Aishwarya, Pradhan, Shubham, Ritul, Prajwal, Priya, Rakesh Kumar, Abhishek Kumar, Prashant. Bhanupriya, just a second, I'll do that. See if I have the slot open for tomorrow. Tomorrow 3 is already booked. Can you please get the time about 3 tomorrow, Bhanupriya? Sajan Rosh, please drop the can you drop the payment snapshot? I cannot see your payment yet. 4 p.m. Let me just check with that time. Give me a moment, Bhanupriya. I'll just see what the time is available tomorrow. And two slots. One is that you're already in. These are the only two slots available for tomorrow. And for Friday as well, evening. For Saturday, you have got the 12:30, 1:30. So if you want Saturday, for tomorrow, you have two slots, 9 and only. Now, please let me know your confirmation so I can know. If there's anyone who made the payments and I have yet not announced name, Saturday 12 or noon, perfectly fine. Saturday 12 noon. It's um, please you will get the mail for that, Priya. If anyone has any other quiz, anyone who has made the payments, not announce your name, then please do let me know. Uh, okay. Sure, Ritika. If anyone has any of these or questions, let me know. I'm here for just, and then we'll see tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll be talking about queries. We will be talking about animations in good depth. Assignment winners. I'll be announcing the winners tomorrow. There are very few people, so I will be announcing the winners tomorrow. Right, class. I'm the winners tomorrow. Okay. All right. Sergeant Dosh, you have shared the snapshot, but I even share admin of the WhatsApp group. For sharing that snapshot. Uh, snapshot. I have not completed the payment, Sergeant. Successful. Just a second, I'll just check it out. Give me a moment. Completion repayment has been. Have you shared your ID, Abhishek Jhale? I'll check. Give me some time. I'll get it and I'll. Okay. All right. So I'll be binding now. How many of you need more time? How many of you need more time? Offering more time to be a part of cohort if you need. Yes, Sergeant payment has failed, not successful. So if you want this link, you can make the payment now. I'll wait for a minute. Quick, complete it, I'll wait and then I'll buy. I can announce, I can whether your payment has been this or not. Please send the complete this cohort. Priya, you can visit the website, go on course, and you saw that over there. Topics you can everything on right? Right. Anyone has queries, please do let me know in the chat box. No questions. So thank you all tomorrow live exactly at 8. Day 5 clone app. We'll be making app on day 5 with Kash. We'll do it on day 5. And I'll see you all tomorrow live exactly 8. And tomorrow at PM we'll talk about meetings. We'll talk about any questions. So I'll see you tomorrow. Till then, bye. Take one. Thank you so much. Bye everyone.